Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I have a quick reading for you. It's a pick a card reading for Mercury retrograde. And as you know, the Mercury went retrograde on the 13th of December and will carry on till the first week of January. All right, so it begins with retrograding in Sagittarius as we move from Sagittarius season on to Capricorn season. All right, and then it turns direct. So for those of you who are already aware, you know. For the others of you, Mercury is the planet of communication, and its apparent backward movement in the sky brings about, a lot of glitches when it comes to our communication, travel, and so on and so forth. Maybe our creativity, you'll find your creative projects, you don't have the same flow, all those creative blocks come to play. Or if you make travel plans, just delays, things which could have gone smoothly, otherwise there'll be some delays in that. Or you'll have misunderstandings due to communication issues, or you send a mail, it doesn't reach, or it goes to the wrong person, things like that. So is it all bad? No, it isn't, because Mercury retrograde, in fact most of the retrogrades, and especially the Mercury retrograde, is a good time for you to reflect upon the things that you have done in the past, learn lessons from it. If there are things which you have begun, sometime previous and then left halfway, it's a great time to pick up those jobs and work on them and, take them to either completion or shelve them completely and not let them just hang there. And especially because this is the last retrograde of this year, 2023, and you're moving to 2024, this is a wonderful time to clear out the clutter, to, tie loose ends, because usually during this time you don't act. You do all the planning during this time, so that when Mercury turns direct, that's the time you act, and you'll find that the transition is smooth. All right, because you've put in effort during this time. These retrogrades are a way in which the universe actually tries to force you into slowing down. Because the whole year you're running after something, some dream, some desire, either of yours or somebody around you whom you love, or there are certain goals to be met. You need those tick marks in your journal. So many things are happening in your life. And even if you take a holiday, even on the holiday, if it's to a faraway location, you want to see as many things as you can, you're always running. So this is the time that the universe says, slow down a bit. The year is coming to a close. You reflect upon the year that's gone by. Look at the things that you have done. What lessons can you learn? If you've had a spat with somebody, or if it's not just in this year, but it's been going on for some time, this is the time wherein, you can forgive them. You don't have to call them up if you don't want to, but from your heart, forgive them and let the whole, issue go. Let it pass. This is the best time to do things like that. If you can reconnect, great. If someone has wronged you, also there's a great time to forgive them without, you don't have to make friends with them if you don't want to, but just let that energy go, so that when it's time for Mercury to turn direct, there's nothing holding you back. All right. So this is what you need to know during this time, so that you can work accordingly, so that there's no frustration. And if you do actually have to start something, or if you do have to sign papers, if you have to do something, just make sure you read it first time, second time, third time, maybe ask someone else to read it before you sign dotted lines. All right. And think before you speak. You may say something in jest, but the other person may not take it. So just think before you speak during this time. All right. So now that we have spoken about the Mercury retrograde, let me tell you about this reading. I have a pickup pile reading, and for the first time I'm introducing runes. I'm still learning. It's just arrived today, and I've been reading about it, and it's very interesting. I will be incorporating these runes in your reading, but I will be reading from the guidebook. All right. Your tarot and oracle cards have been pre-shuffled, and we will see them together. All right, we are just going to see that what are the things that you need to be aware of during this time. How will this Mercury retrograde affect you? Which are the areas that you need to revisit and rework? And then, are there any unknown factors that you need to be aware of? And finally, what precautions can you take so that this whole Mercury retrograde, is smooth for you? So that's what we're going to look at. And yes, that's it. So let me introduce you to the piles. As you can see, we have 3. Pile number 1 is this rune out here, which is called OTHALA. All right, and it's got to do with property. Pile number 2 is GEBO, and I forget what's this about. I will read it out to you. 1 minute, maybe I can tell you straight away. This is bad. Yeah. Oh yes, that's beautiful. GEBO is gift. All right. And pile number 3 is TEIWAZ, and this talks about the sky god, and it talks about leadership. All right. So, my dear seekers, let's take in a deep breath, sit with our spine erect, close your eyes. Connect with your intuition. Get focused between your eyebrows. And slowly breathe out. Relax into it. Slowly open your eyes, and whichever card you're drawn to, that is your pile. All right, remember, these are general and timeless readings. You're meant to see it as and when you stumble upon it. You can check it out for the Mercury retrogrades that come out in the future as well. But most importantly, just take what resonates, because these are general readings. For private readings, I do have my website, which is open, and private readings are open. It's clarity1129.com. Do check it out, and do reach out to me if you have any queries. But this is a free reading for a collective. All right, so there's nothing specific here. So just take what resonates. Sometimes the whole reading might, sometimes there may just be one message for you. But if you do stumble upon this reading, if you are called to see it, then more often than not, there will be something for you. All right, so you can use it to fit your situation. So having said that, let us begin. We will start with pile number 1. Pile number 1, those of you who've chosen OTHALA, this beautiful rune, we will keep it right here. This is your reading. So as I said, this has got to do with property. So maybe there is something regarding property that's happening. Maybe you're already either in a, some kind of a lawsuit of some kind. You're trying to, either you are, if you already in it, you will know. It's not something that you are going into because I'm telling you that. But see, this is about inherited property, possessions, and spiritual journey, physical journey, spiritual journey, as well as something regarding your ancestry, and maybe a trip to your ancestral homeland. All right, so what I feel is that for some of you, if you are in a court case, or if you're planning to begin a legal proceedings, you're being told to just plan it, work on it right now, and move forward only after the Mercury retrograde. For others of you, maybe you will come into some sort of inheritance. And for some of you, if you have been contemplating, going to visit your ancestral home, or if you're just trying to go on one of those pilgrimages, now may not be a good time to actually venture out. But if you've already made this plan before, then be aware. I mean, wherever you have to go a little early, because there could be delays during this time. But if you haven't already or planned anything, then it's better to plan for after the first week of January, so that there are no issues that come up and your trip is smooth sailing. But there is something got to do with your ancestry, possession. For some of you, you may be just taking possession of a new home. All right, so take it how it resonates. It's got to do with property, possessions, ancestry, and the like. All right, so now, what is coming to your awareness? And you get the Four of Wands. Okay, there is got to do a lot with home and family and ancestry very strongly with the Four of Wands here. And along with that, you get sadness. Okay, let's see how that works out. How will this Mercury retrograde affect you? And you have the Seven of Pentacles, and along with that, gratitude. What do you need to revisit and rework during this time? Five of Wands, clarified by Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Is it all coming in? It is. What are the unknown factors that you need to be aware of? And you get Temperance. And clarifying that, you get Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. The number 60 could be significant, or the number 6. Here I have to mention that actually this came out in reverse, all right? And I had to just keep that in mind, though I'm not taking reversals, but it does give a message. And last but not the least, what precaution should you take for a smooth Mercury retrograde? And you get the King of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Ring. The number 25 could be significant. All right, pile number 1, for those of you who have chosen this OTHALA rune, this is your reading. So what is coming to your awareness? Maybe, some of you are coming in to this phase. Maybe when you're seeing this reading, you have already possibly been through, a time wherein you've gone to your family home, and maybe there's been a bereavement in your family, and my condolences are for you. And your family, because I feel for some of you, you may have come into some sort of possession because a family member passed away, and because this has got to do with your home. This is the 1111 card, and maybe this person was someone who was close to you, and maybe their passing on has actually led to a spiritual awakening for you. All right, and maybe this person has actually bequeathed their property or some possession to you. This is what I feel. And take it, I mean, this is not going to be for every single person. As I said in the beginning, this could be something else as well as far as property is concerned. But for someone out there, you need to hear this, and you are going through a tough time right now. But with this particular thing that your ancestor, your loved one has given you, it is like a blessing for you, all right? And maybe with this passing on of this loved one, and with whatever blessing they have given you, whether it's in the form of property or whether it's a small something, this is in some, in the future, in the near future, this is somehow going to bring solace, not just in terms of nostalgia, but for you to get answers. There is something tied to this particular episode which is going to give you that aha moment in the future. This is what I get with this. How will this Mercury retrograde affect you? And you get the Seven of Pentacles and gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Yes, for a whole lot of you, maybe you've been feeling like a failure because you've put in so much of effort for such a long time. And with the sadness here again, maybe you've been going through a rough time. And when you come here, you just feel it's futile. All the effort that you've been putting in is futile. You may be questioning your credibility. You've been questioning whatever you do. Is it really worthwhile? And you are being asked to, possibly start a gratitude journal. It's not that your hard work is going unnoticed. We want answers when we want them. We want to see results when we want them. And not to say that you've just started working for a week and you're looking for the world. No, you have been putting in effort. But to think that no one's looking at your effort is what is wrong. You're being asked to, because here you've also got this Temperance card here, which was, as I told you, in reverse when I got it. You being impatient, and it's not because you haven't put in a lot of effort for a prolonged period. You have, but you need to trust and you need to be grateful for what you have. For some of you, you are coming into this gratitude because you've been through this, and you receiving that particular, it may be a relic, it may be a family, heirloom or something. It could be something which has actually changed the way you look at a lot of things, all right? And for those of you who do not resonate with this part of someone passing on or having got something in possession, and if you feel that you haven't been expressing your gratitude and you've been wondering as to why everyone walks away with all the goodies when you're left, despite the fact that you're putting in effort, you're being asked to practice gratitude. What is yours will never pass you by. You do not know anything about anybody else's journey, so stop comparing. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for little miracles in life. The very fact that you have a home, the very fact that you can come to a tarot reading, the very fact that you can, you have your meals, and a million of other blessings of your friends in your life, your family in your life. All that you need to be grateful for. And when you start, writing down 3 points, just 3 points, I am grateful for A, B, C, every single day, just start doing that. And you will find when, as the saying goes, when it rains, it pours. That's how you're going to have your blessings, all right? And maybe as soon as Mercury turns direct, which is in the first week of January, that is when you're going to reap benefits for all the hard work that you've been doing, all right? Where do you need to revisit and what do you need to rework? And you get the 5 of Wands. And the beautiful thing is, it is clarified by this Heart Guardian: love and let yourself be loved. You've been going through a tough time, all right? Whether it is a bereavement or whether it's just a property battle with somebody, or whether it's just, working and working and working and not seeing results. You've been in this 5 of Wands energy. Maybe you are quarreling with people around you. Maybe you feel people don't understand you. Then you have your own heart in your head fighting. Your heart may be telling you to carry on working. Your head must be telling you to quit, telling you that you're a failure, you've not done things. And you are being told to lead with your heart. And first of all, be kind to yourself. And if someone has done you wrong, or you've had a falling out with somebody, Even if you don't go and become their best friend overnight, or suddenly if the person is really close and you can keep your ego aside and actually make up, nothing like it. But even otherwise, you've been told to just let it go. You do not need this negative energy. And by forgiving them, it's not that you are saying what they did was right. No, it's just that you know that everyone has a difficult life. They're going through a difficult journey. You forgive them, you forgive yourself, and you just let it pass because you've got better things to do. And you need to allow yourself to be loved as well. So keep your heart open. It's easier said than done. When we're going through a rough time, that's the last thing you want to hear is, oh, I don't want to listen to a lecture. But then you have come to a tarot reading. If you've come to a tarot reading, this is a complete guarantee that you keep your heart open and ready to receive, and beautiful things will come to you. And most likely when Mercury turns direct in the first week of January. And till then, what are you meant to do? You're meant to practice gratitude, maybe maintain a gratitude journal, keep your heart open, work on your shadow. This is the best time to work on your shadow and to heal. And because this particular thing, temperance, I feel for a lot of you, pile number one, you have been putting aside healing, whether it's mental healing, physical healing, any sort of healing. You've just been working because you want to see results. Now you're being told that you've been working too hard and it's time to leave this, whatever it is that you're running after. It's time to just take a break from that and work on yourself. All right, this had come out reverse, which says that things are not in balance. Temperance tells you to come into balance so that you can turn what you touch to gold. This is the card of alchemy. All right, but you need to be in balance and you're not. And this is what you're being asked to do. So what are the unknown factors that you need to be aware of? What you need to be aware of, you are not in balance because you have not healed yourself. You are running behind material things without taking care of the main thing in this whole material world, which is you yourself. If you are not there, what will you do with your possessions? And to want to achieve things in your life is not wrong at all. By all means, go for it. But first, take care of yourself. Come into balance. And when you've put in a lot of effort and you've been going after something, it means you've been working from your masculine side, irrespective of your gender. Now it's time to heal your feminine side and allow things to come to you, which is why it says, love and let yourself be loved. Yes, and allow yourself to receive. It's very important when you go after something to also, from time to time, balance it out and allow yourself to receive. So you've put in the effort, you've worked on your, whatever it is that you're working on. Now it's time for you to receive. So you just take care of yourself. Come into this place wherein whatever your wounds are, you've healed them. And yes, this is a double confirmation. Take time for a deep dive. This is the time for you to do shadow work, pile number one. A lot of you have not been doing this for a very long time. There may be wounds from your childhood, from your past, which you've just trying to cover up, put on a brave face and, concentrate on whatever it is you're doing. For some of you, this has got to do, this is something which just came up. For some of you, there doesn't have to be someone passing away. This just could be that some of you have just been through a divorce as well. And maybe you are having, a dispute on property or maybe even custody of children. And this is a very trying time for you, pile number one. And whoever is going through this, I'm sending you such a big, big hug. And I hope that when this passes, you will actually come into power, be the best version of yourself, and live the best life yet. All right? Separations of any kind are not easy, and divorces definitely not, because you've invested so much into a connection which no longer exists. But there is something which is cause of this sorrow, wherein you have been neglecting yourself in this whole thing. Maybe you're being very strong. If there are children involved, you're being very strong for the children. All right. But in being strong for the children or the family or whatever be your situation, or if it's just a job and you've not been through any of this, you're being asked to heal yourself from whatever your past trauma is, or whatever is holding you back, because it is actually holding you back big time. And you really need to heal. And when you do, everything is going to be so beautiful. The sun's going to come out. You alchemize everything to gold. But it's very important for you to dig deep and find out what is it that's holding you back, what is it that causes this trauma, what is it that's keeping you stuck. And you need to love yourself and allow yourself to be loved. All right? And what precautions should you be taking for a smooth transition? If this was a relationship that came to an end for some of you here, maybe you're still checking out this person, your person, and you're being asked to let this energy go. All right? Come to this energy of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is always painted as someone who is cold. But it is not that they are cold, because this is basically Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This energy, they are not cold, but they have complete truth in their hands. They see something from, every angle, and they see it for what it is. And they do not let emotions cloud their judgment, because that's the only way they can be fair. All right? And you're being asked to come to this energy. And when you come into this energy, you will actually come into balance. For a lot of you, I do feel with this ring card here, it has got to do with a connection. All right? And I also get with this ring card about the cyclical nature of things. Maybe you have witnessed this a lot. Maybe for some of you, you've seen maybe your parents also have a divorce. Or whatever cycle that is there which is keeping you stuck. You've been in this cycle over and over again. And it's time for you to see the truth of this and rise above it. And for this Mercury retrograde, how can you ensure it's going to be smooth? Is to, instead of looking at what the other person is doing or what people around you are doing, what your spouse or your ex has been doing, concentrate on yourself. Know that everyone has their own journey. It's not for you to pass judgment. It's not for you to worry about anyone else but yourself. And you are very powerful. You have the power to turn anything to gold, but you need to come into balance. And for that, you need to forgive yourself, show yourself a lot of love, lead with your heart, practice gratitude for what you have. Never ask this question, why me? Because everyone has their hands full. They may show you, they may not show you, but doesn't mean that anyone's got a smooth life with nothing going wrong. Yes, if they're having hard life and they're still able to smile, it's because they learn to balance their energies, which is what you're being asked to do. All right? And if you're worried about this property, whether it is going to come to you or not, if you're in a legal battle, chances are it is going to be fair, but it will be held up till possibly this retrograde is over. All right? But a lot is going to come to you. Be grateful for what you have, and when you practice gratitude, the law of attraction, you will get more and more reasons to be grateful. All right? So that's all I have for you, pile number 1. You've been through a difficult phase. Maybe you're going through it right now. Sending you so much love and light. And Just know that everyone goes through ups and downs, and there will be times wherein you don't feel that you're in balance. You want to scream and shout. It's okay. Everyone's gone through that. There's no one who hasn't. So you're just being asked to be kind to yourself first. Before you're kind to anyone, before you do right by anybody else, be kind to yourself. And then slowly you will find strength to forgive, practice gratitude. And if you feel that whatever you're doing is futile and you want to give it up, do not. Things will change after the first week of January. So hang in there, be good to yourself. And when you're good to yourself, the universe sees that you feel that you're worthy. So the universe also knows that you're worthy and gives you all of that and more. All right? So take good care of yourself, sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Those of you chose GEBO, this rune. All right, this is a beautiful rune and it means a gift, and it talks about you having, it talks about personal relationships, life being a gift in itself, or something that you will be receiving, or you have received, or you are about to give. It's all about sharing, relationships in general. So let's look at how that will play into your reading. All right. So what is coming to your awareness during this Mercury retrograde? 8 of Cups. All right, and this is clarified by fear. So for some of you, you're walking away from fear during this time. You realize that it is fear that has held you back all this while from reaching your emotional fulfillment. For some of you, you're literally going to go on a trek. All right, maybe this is very bizarre, and I don't know why I'm getting it out of the blue, but for some of you, you have been a mountaineer. Maybe you've been into mountaineering, and maybe you've had a major setback and you've been recovering from it, and you've been asked to go again. And though your soul is calling for you to do that, fear is stopping you. This is just for maybe one odd person who's listening to this, all right? But for most of you, it is about walking away from your fear. There is something that is holding you back, which is not a small thing. It is a very big thing. And this thing is going to come up during this Mercury retrograde. And this time you will have the courage to walk away from it. All right? How is this Mercury retrograde going to affect you? Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. And this is clarified by growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Beautiful. What do you need to rethink, revisit and rework? And you get the 5 of Cups, okay? And this is clarified by bask in joy and light, summer. What unknown factors should you be aware of during this time? The 5 of Cups again. Pile number 2, what's happening? And this is clarified by you see clearly now. The number 47 or the number 7 could be significant. And what precautions should you be taking at this time? You get the Devil. You get the Cross. How ironic is that? The number 36, the number 9 could be significant. And you get the 7 of Wands. Oh, let's just take a look at this one. All right. Okay. All right. So, pile number 2. As I said, what's coming to your awareness is this fear. Maybe in the past you didn't really realize what it is that was holding you back, or you didn't pay attention to it. But now more than anything, this is going to come back, and you will actually decide that once and for all, you're going to get over this. And you're going to be sitting with this energy, doing shadow work, and this is the best time to do it. And you're going to finally give it one kick, one full final kick, and never let this hold you back again. because you're going to work on your shadow no matter how difficult it is, and you're going to come out of it, and you're going to walk away from fear, and you're going to go to and follow your soul's calling, what your heart really wants. You're just going to do it. All right? And this is going to be something beautiful. So maybe the Mercury retrograde, which is, as I mentioned, from now till the first week of January, is the time that you're going to actually do a lot of shadow work, and a lot of themes will come up. With 2 5 of cups here, I feel that you've been through a lot. Maybe you're still hiding the pain, and you have a whole lot of pain. Your heart has been broken. All right? And the 3 cups which are spilled, but you're not looking at the 2 cups which are intact. And now you're going to change that around. All right? How will you, how will this Mercury retrograde affect you when you get the beautiful Knight of Cups as well as growth? I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. So in the past, I feel that you were waiting for Mr. Right or Miss Right, or, to come to you. But now you're no longer bothered about anyone else or how they will come to you, how anyone else will show up in your life, because you have decided that you are going to give yourself the love that you need. And this is what you're learning in this Mercury retrograde. When you decide to walk away from what doesn't serve you, you are walking away from your fear, and you are showing yourself so much of love because you are ready to expand on your own. You are expanding your consciousness and your awareness. All right? And you are going to be your biggest cheerleader. And I do not see this as someone else coming to you. I feel this is you. In the past, you were waiting for someone to come, to help you out, one who's going to be the answer to all your problems. But no, now you know that you have it in you to sort out all your problems, because you are overcoming this particular fear which has been holding you back. For each of you, it's going to be different, but then you know. All right? And this is possibly the biggest gift that's coming to you at the end of this year. During this Mercury retrograde, you are going to take that time out to heal, so that this will no longer hold you back and hold your potential, which is tremendous potential. This had a hold on you, and after this period, it's never going to hold you back again. All right? And this is something you are realizing, and this is what this Mercury retrograde is going to teach you. All right? So it's not going to be, when I say that, it sounds beautiful. The end result sounds beautiful, that you're going to be free of it, walking towards fulfillment. But it's going to be a tough time during this time, because you're going to process pain. When you process pain, you relive it, you rethink it. It's not pleasant. But you have the courage to do it. You have the gumption to do it, which is why this gift is going to be yours. The gift of freedom from fear. All right? And I love this for you. Pile number 2. Sending you so much of love. Because 5 of Cups is not a happy energy. It's not an easy energy. And to get it twice, you really have been through it, haven't you? What do you need to revisit and rework on? And, it's this. You begin here. Your shadow work will begin here with something that has broken your heart, something that you have given months, possibly even years, trying to fix and get over, but you haven't been able to get over. On the surface of it, people who don't know you, or even if people who know you, maybe you're doing a great job of camouflaging your emotions, but it haunts you every single day, every single night. When you're with yourself, this haunts you. And now you're putting an end to it. So you start here, you go into your depth of emotions, and you reach that place which makes you so dependent on these 3 cups that you can't get over it. And that's when you realize those 2 cups that you're crying over, they are yours. And it's all about you. And that is what this whole journey is about. And that you're learning during this time. And once you do, guess what's coming? bask in joy and light. And thereafter, though we are in winters, and in January we'll be in winters, your summer will begin, because you have done the work on yourself and you liberate yourself from all the fears and from the need, and for the need to have someone in your life to complete it, to make things beautiful for you. No, you are not giving that power away to anyone anymore. It's you. And when you come to this energy, it's not that you'll never have love in your life or that you don't want love in your life. But now things are different. You don't want it because you're dependent on that love. You don't want it because that love is going to, make things beautiful for you. No. You have that control to make life beautiful for you. And now it's going to be a different level, the kind of love you experience with whoever else is coming in your life. All right? What are the unknown factors that you need to be aware of? That this particular thing that has caused you so much of pain, that has kept you stuck for so long, you will realize now with this card which is coming, you see clearly now, you are getting answers, all right? And this thing is going to come up, this theme is going to come up. And this time around, you're going to actually look at, it could play out in different ways. For some of you, you will realize why this happened and what you were not seeing in this whole relationship or whatever transpired, And for some of you, you will also get this epiphany that this was actually meant to trigger you just to begin your spiritual awakening. It was meant to be this way all along, because this was just a stepping stone in your life to ascend. And you are getting that clarity now. It was just this, whatever happened, this relationship, and I feel for a lot of you, it is a relationship because it's got to do with emotional fulfillment, the pain that you felt, because you've put all your hopes and everything on this one person whom you felt is going to take you out from all the troubles in the world. But no, you're getting that epiphany because you're sitting there doing that shadow work and wondering why you're stuck. What is it that's so scary? And then you realize it's not. You've just, over the years, because of your conditioning, because of what you've heard your parents say, maybe your friends say, and whatever you've concocted in your little head, you realize that's just a bubble and all you needed was to prick it, and you're doing that. And it's not easy, but you're doing it because you're tired of being in this energy, heavy energy for a long time. And so this is it. You see clearly now, your third eye chakra is open. Maybe for a lot of you, you're meditating during this time. And the gift that you're going to receive during this Mercury retrograde, when it turns direct in the first week of January, is this: that you are liberated from everything that has ever limited you. This devil energy is this. Maybe there was someone in the past who kept you stuck. What they said, look at this person with these two kids. And that's why it feels that there's something from your childhood. This person's being so sweet and kind and talking so nicely, but this person's devious and he's keeping them stuck. This girl looks so scared here. And this fear you're going to come out of because you are going to meditate. You are going to be in touch with your higher self. And you know that you are divinely protected. The universe has your back. You come to this realization. You see things so clearly. And this is your time for major growth in your life. Your consciousness, your awareness, you see clearly. And that will be the end of you having to be defensive when there are other people around. This energy, this devil energy, which you've been fighting, which has kept you stuck. You always felt that you had to defend yourself. Maybe you've been over-explaining yourself to people. This is just going to change completely. By the end of Jan, you're going to be a changed person. People will see you differently because you see yourself differently. You are going to be standing in your power pile number 2, and I wish you all the very best. I am so proud of you and the journey that you're undertaking. Some of you are already in the thick of it. After all, Mercury is already in retrograde, and I feel it's been going on for a while now, but this fear has been there for years. and now you're going to liberate yourself from it. Initially, you may even feel lost without it, because there was something to get stuck in. Suddenly you find a vacuum, but just know that the vacuum is going to be just a matter of a few days, and then you will have so many gifts coming. Gift of freedom, gift of love, gift of everything that you wanted to do, gift of living a full life, knowing that your fullest potential. This is so beautiful. And for those of you whom I had this message for, you are going to be able to follow that dream again. All right? Whatever it is, if you wanted to go back there, climb up that mountain, you will. If you wanted to walk away, go travel, you will. If you wanted to go towards somebody who, maybe the rest of everyone else was holding you back, you will. If you wanted to go solo, you will. Whatever it is that you want to do, you have the potential to make it happen, and you're seeing that. Nothing, no fear, no person, nobody is going to hold you back anymore. This is the time you're working. It's hard. Sending you so much love and light. Take good care of yourself during this entire journey, and things will start shifting as Mercury turns direct. Bye-bye. Beautiful pile 3. Those of you who've chosen TEIWAZ, this particular thing, beautiful rune. This particular rune reminds me of Sagittarius. Just by the way, it is so similar. And what does this talk about? It talks about the sky god, all right? And it talks about leadership. It talks about rational thinking, logical thinking. It talks about victory. It talks about balance. It talks about being a warrior. So let's see how this plays out in your reading, all right? What is coming to your awareness, pile number 3, during this Mercury retrograde? And you get the Emperor. Wow, talking about warriors and leadership, and you get the Emperor. My God, I just love it when it plays out like that. And clarifying that is space. Beautiful energy. How will this Mercury retrograde affect you? You get the King of Cups. And this is clarified by Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Very spiritual. What do you need to revisit, to be able to rework on things? Temperance. And this is clarified by the Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. I love your reading. What unknown factors do you need to be aware of? The Page of Cups. And this is clarified by 39. Number 12 or number 3 could be significant. Mod spirits, surrender now. And last but not the least, what precautions can you take to have a smooth Mercury retrograde? And you get the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, the Hierophant and the Book. Beautiful. Love this for you. The number 26, the number 8 could be significant. After 2 challenging readings, here we come to a beautiful one. Love this for you. Pile number 3. What is coming to your awareness? You are realizing what a powerful person you are, irrespective of your gender and how you see yourself. You are coming to Emperor energy. Emperor is the King of Kings. The Emperor embodies wealth from the King of Pentacles, clarity and clear thinking from the King of Swords, compassion, passion and creativity from the King of Wands, and emotional maturity and depth from the King of Cups. And you are all of this. All right, you've been working on yourself. For a lot of you, you worked from nothing and you've come here to this energy. And this is something you're starting, maybe you've You've been working on your shadow for a very long time. You've been working on yourself. You've been working on your coin. You've been working on, a complete balance. And you're still working on it. But now, slowly looking at the people around you and how they are changing the way they look at you, you realize that you have, arrived. For a lot of you, you see that in people's eyes, how they used to look at you in the past and how they're looking at you now. You are coming into power. It was the space card here. Your possibilities are endless, limitless. It looks as though you've come from nothing, but now there is nothing that you cannot achieve because you've seen it all and you've worked patiently, believing in yourself. And with this, Father Sky with you every step of the way, you have so much of clarity. You are a visionary. All right? This is beautiful energy. And you are a natural leader. And this is going to come to your awareness. People will come to you for answers. People will come to you for guidance. And that's when you really realize that, yes, I have arrived. You're already seeing signs of it. This period of 1.5 months, which are ahead of us, you are going to see this more and more. And your confidence, which is already building up, which you can feel, is going to, really, really have a huge boost. Just remember to stay grounded. All right? How will this Mercury retrograde affect you? With the King of Cups here and the Judgment, I feel that this is going to be a time wherein you actually are able to, you are the Emperor. You embody all the kings. But now you're able to, maybe there is something in the past that you've had, or even now as you're coming to this reading, maybe there is someone you've always been interested in, and for some reason you've had a misunderstanding. Maybe you've judged this person and you've judged this person wrongly, and you realize that now, and maybe you're ready to begin, having a committed relationship with this person. With the Judgment card also, I feel it's a second chance that you get. Mercury retrograde, in fact, all retrogrades, especially Mercury retrograde, it's time for you to get in touch with your old flames. So if there was, that if you have the one that got away, that person's coming back and you might get a chance to redeem yourself. Maybe in the past, things didn't go out well because you judged this person wrongly, or maybe they judged you. But now you realize that both of you, whoever it was, either you or them, or both of you together, you realize your folly and you're getting a second chance because you've both worked on yourself. Chances are, if you're the Emperor, that person may be the Empress, and this is not genders, whichever way you resonate, however you resonate. It's got to do with your energy. Basically, you both have reached your max potential. You've worked on yourself. And there's still a lot of love. And so the universe feels you're ready. So you get a second chance, which is beautiful energy. And what do you need to revisit? This is beautiful energy. Temperance and the Sun. Balance. You have reached here because you have got that balance. You have aligned with the energies of the universe. If Father Sky is with you, and with surrender now, you have just aligned with the universe. You know how much effort to put in. You know when to attract and allow things to come to you. Your masculine and feminine energies, your yin and yang, are in complete balance. And that is why you are the alchemist. And that is why you are going to enjoy success and happiness in every area of your life. I'm loving this for you, pile number 3. Beautiful, beautiful energies. What unknown factors do you need to be aware of? You get the Page of Cups. Well, you actually don't need to be aware of it because the Page of Cups is a surprise. You just need to know that there is a surprise coming, and what the surprise is not being told to you. You're just being asked to surrender. By the time Mercury turns direct, you are going to have a surprise, something that's going to actually be so pleasant and so beautiful, but the universe doesn't want to tell you what it is right now. They're just asking you to surrender, which you've learned how to do. Keep up the good work. What precautions should you take during this time? And you get Book, Hierophant, and the Ace of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, there is a new offer coming to you. And for those of you who can resonate with this, who have got a new offer, before signing it, because we are in a Mercury retrograde, read everything, read between the lines, read everything from start to finish again and again if you have to. Take, ask someone else to read it. Take a break and come back and read it so that you don't miss out on anything, especially if you're signing a contract, all right? For some of you, if you've been working on a book, this is going to be beautiful, but work on it right now. Launch it only after Mercury turns direct, all right? And you're being also asked, I don't know if you've been seeing this daily draw which I post every day. I think I took a break in between for 2-3 days, but all those readings are there and they're timeless. So if you actually stumble upon those readings, and maybe if you have seen this particular reading in which there was one which says get back to basics. So whenever, though you have done all the work on yourself and you're in this Empress energy and things are working beautifully and you're in balance, if ever, and it will happen because life is never static, it's dynamic. Challenges are new. When you finish learning your lessons and you reach this Emperor, universe keeps putting more things your way so that you can still grow. And anytime you feel that you are not, you're on unsure footing, follow your heart, follow your intuition, but get back to basics. The Hierophant is higher learning, so align with your higher self, align with the universe. The Hierophant is the card of tradition. It's also the card of spirituality. All right, for some of you, you are, I feel as soon as, if you are in Mercury, if you get this offer of a leadership position during Mercury retrograde, make sure that you get all the facts, all the figures ready before you take on this work, all right? This is something which is coming very strongly because this offer may not be for you. There will be something after this offer comes and goes. There will be something else which comes which may be beneficial for you. So take it how it resonates, all right? Do your homework before you sign anything, because as soon as I said this, that you're going to take over a leadership position and it's going to be offered to you, this lamp just went off next to me, and that is a sign that you need to actually look at this, all right? So maybe this, if it is looking so lucrative to you, you really need to work on it before you sign it or take over this role, all right? Make sure that all the research is done and you know everything about it before you take it. Maybe after this time, a second time around when it comes, and possibly when Mercury turns direct, that's when, you will know. Just follow your gut. Basically, whenever in doubt, this Hierophant card is here to tell you that just follow your inner guidance, follow your intuition. Okay, you've really worked on yourself. From scratch, you have come to the Emperor. Things are all falling into place in every area of your life. So stay grounded. Don't let this, make you in your head, and not in touch with reality. Be in touch with reality, and whenever in doubt, it's your intuition that you need to follow. For some of you, again, I feel just for a few of you, if you've been planning to launch your book, it is going to be beautiful. You're going to make, it's going to be a tremendous success, but wait for Mercury to turn direct before you launch it. All right? You will know is what I'm getting. You will know when the time is right to launch this book. So work on it, work on your plans right now. And when Mercury turns direct is the time that you can go ahead. All right. This is such a beautiful reading. It's been an honor to read for all of you, and especially you, pile number 3. I'm so happy to bring you some great news. Pile number 1 and 2 were difficult, and they are warriors working, and they have some hard work in front of them. You have done all of that hard work. You are the warrior, and possibly an inspiration for so many people, because you have actually come to this energy, because you have dealt with all of that. All right. So this is beautiful energy, sending you so much love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.